fan show. I'm your boy Big Mike here with my co-host BC. BC, how are you doing, my man?
Doing good, Big Mike. What's good with you, man?
Man, it's just another week. I know you guys had a holiday off today, bro. We didn't. It wasn't a holiday here. Did y'all? Was y'all off today?
A lot of people were.
Yeah,
I was.
dude.
I was off.
We
But yeah,
are.
schools was out and everything. Well, it was a
Yeah,
nice day. You got up to, I think, about 55 or 60,
yeah.
somewhere
I don't
around
know.
in there.
I'm not sure how you call that a nice day, but I
It's a
guess
nice
I deal
day.
with
It's
it.
a nice day compared to, to 5 degrees and
Yeah,
snow. And
people outside with shorts on today.
hey,
it,
probably
could- it,
were.
could- it was
Probably were.
nice. So, hey guys, come on in. Make sure that you do me a favor. Do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button and the like button as well. Uh, BC, I want to start the show off tonight in a little different matter. You know, on Monday nights when we do our Monday shows, it
Mm-hmm.
causes me to do a very rapid walk. So my rapid walks is maybe about an hour 20 minutes long. So that's a very that's a very uh, bad day for me when it comes to walking because I need to at least get to feel awoke. I need to at least do about 2 hours and 10 minutes of walking, and that
Hmm.
really gets my heart going. An hour and 20 minutes is I feel angry, but in this walk tonight, BC, something hit me. We've
Mm-hmm.
been doing shows on Monday nights for a while now, and it just hit me tonight is that we're competing with Coach Pope, and during football season, we're competing with now Mark Stein. I mean, not Mark Stein, but Will Stein. We don't need any more
Mm-hmm.
Marks. But it just hits me, bro. Like we're competing with Giants on a Monday night. And for a second there, I was like, dude, you're gonna have to stop your Monday night shows. And I really, really for a moment felt really discouraged. What do you think? I mean, I start reminding myself of things in the Bible, and one of the
Mm-hmm.
things that first came to mind was David and Goliath, and like, okay, you got this
Mm-hmm.
little guy, and nobody thought he was gonna beat Goliath. He destroyed the Goliath and killed him. But I really feel discouraged about competing on a Monday night with Coach Pope. How do I get over that, BC?
Well, it's just like the call-ins. You
Yeah,
can do another night. What the thing about what we do, Big Mike,
yeah,
and the subscribers that you have and
yeah,
BBN,
yeah,
they love hearing about basketball, football, baseball, sports, whatever,
yeah.
lady cats, wildcats, whatever. It doesn't really matter what night. It doesn't
Okay,
really matter what night. They like tuning in and hearing and talking about sports.
I got you. Cause the
Cause,
Thursday night,
cause here's the thing: the battle is with you inside your head.
sometimes we get in our own heads, huh?
We get in our own heads, and like I said, it's easy because now we have platforms. We don't have no boss screaming down, none of that stuff. We can say, well, hey, let's go Tuesday night, or let's do this, or let's go a little later after Mark Pope comes off, or whatever. We have the power and are blessed to have a platform that we able to do that.
Yeah, but I got to go to work. Like, and then, well, see, Monday nights seems to be really bad though because you got
Mm-hmm.
Coach Pope, then you got Kenny Brooks, and then you got another big Kentucky show from 6 to 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's like, it's like an uphill battle. And with the Lady Cats playing on Thursday nights, like I
Mm-hmm.
already have pushed back the call show just to not necessarily say accommodate the Cats, but what I'm saying, like I couldn't go live with the call-in show at the same time that the Lady Cats are playing because people are really tuning into the Lady Cats, and rightfully so. So I pushed that back to go as soon as the game starts. We have games on Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights. Jimmy and Leah, when especially like especially
Mm-hmm.
like when recruiting stuff and all that stuff, picks up. Then of course that's their recruiting show. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, when is there another chance to really do it? To be honest, you know what I'm saying. So
Well,
it does feel a little discouraging.
well, check us out. Who we do this for?
We do this for the fans.
Type of post, ask the fans.
Okay.
That's who we do it for. Ask them. Is Monday nights time
Yeah.
we've been doing 6 o'clock? Is
Yeah.
that good? So we ask the fans. That's the
No,
they are the ones we do this for.
I got you. Let their voice be heard, huh?
That's what we have this for. Where they can tune in, the call in shows. That's what it's all
Yeah,
about.
I got you.
Their voice.
I'm not gonna ask you no more questions, but anyway.
Hey, this is what you told me from the beginning when I first came on the show.
Yeah,
It's we
I
doing it
got
for
you.
them.
I got you. Man, dude. Every night, Big Blue inside with Dick Gabriel from 6 to 8, but Monday is Pope and Brooks. Yeah, run a poll. Yeah, I think I'll run a poll as well too. And and this is not to take away from definitely from anyone who shows up and watches the show on Monday nights. Because what I thought about was we could just record a show and then we'll
Mm-hmm.
upload it on Mondays. I was thinking about that too as well. We can just, but I love the interaction when we do the live shows
Mm-hmm.
because I love hearing people's thoughts. And, a lot of times, certain, a lot of shows, depending on, the people, the comments, stuff like that, it makes the show that much better. Sometimes when you're just talking to a camera, sometimes it just feels, it just feels blank
It's tough.
sometimes. It does, you know what I'm saying? So, um, but we're gonna stick with it. I know what we're dealing with. I know who we're competing with, and I know that that's a giant, and rightfully so. People should want to tune in to hear what the head coach says, whether it's about injuries, whether it's about for whatever reason. I completely forget, understand that. I think, as BC said, sometimes I guess tonight I got it in my head a lot. Like I was really discouraged, bro. I was like, "What the freak are you doing, Big Mike? Like you can't compete with these guys. This is Mark Pope and this is Kenny Brooks and this is, what I'm saying. This is so. I appreciate that, but I will run a poll, or I will post it or whatever. But it's like I'm trying to get people to come out and watch on Monday nights, and I'm like, there's no games on, there's nothing going on. But wait, there is something going on. The head coaches of each team is doing their live shows, so that makes sense now. Everything's starting to come together and make sense because I was feeling discouraged. But yeah, I just wanted to say that and just kind of put that out there. I'm human. BC, I have feelings too as well. You might
Oh
not
yeah,
believe it, but
we
I
we
do.
we are. We all
you
are,
know,
man.
I have
That's why
different
we
set
got
of
help. That's why we got to have those those faux tires that keep us going in the right direction.
absolutely, absolutely. So, but anyway, let's discuss the Florida game. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we came up short. But what is your thoughts? I thought we fought. I thought we didn't
Mm-hmm.
give up. We could have let that get away from us and lose by 30. I mean, it wouldn't, Florida's been beating people by 25 plus points. We fought, we got it to two. We just made we made some turnovers. And this is not to take away who Florida is as a team. Florida's playing at a very high pace,
Yeah.
at a very high rate right now. But it doesn't mean that Kentucky still couldn't have won that ball game if we cut down on the turnovers or get a couple of extra rebounds and stop them with their possessions. I still think that Kentucky had a good chance to win that ball game. What's your thoughts on the ball game?
Man, that's like I think we talked last Monday night, and we was talking about falling behind, and when you fall behind against really good teams, and Florida is, well, I say a really good team. They good offensively and they good defensively. Like
Yeah,
Vanderbilt this year, they good offensively, they good defensively. The Michigan States, the Arizonas, or whatever, they good defensively. And falling behind like that, you don't want to get caught in that trap. That's what I talk about. I don't want to live there.
yeah,
Tennessee is mediocre offensively. They got a couple of guys that can score. but defensively they also mediocre.
Yeah.
But that game against Florida, like you said, man, they fought, man. I
Yeah.
enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
There's one of those games, man, you lost. Okay, you
Yeah.
mark it, got them senior night coming back up. You look at film, you see what you did wrong. The thing that killed us, yeah, we didn't get the 50-50 balls. We lost on that, the offensive rebounds. You can say that or whatever. But what really killed us was the miscues on defense.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got hot, Big Mike. They haven't shot like that all year. But of
Yeah.
course, being Kentucky, things are gonna fall. It's
Yeah.
just that added thing. But you take away those miscues and you take away that we didn't get behind early in the game,
Yep.
we could have won that ball game. But the thing I take away from it is that 2 months ago we would have got beat by 30. Probably
Yeah.
3 weeks ago we would have got beat by 30.
Yep.
But we have an identity. Our best player, Ortega, they were keying in on him. I think he ended up with 13 points. But that's
Yeah.
okay because that's when other guys can step up. As you see, Chandler stepped up, which, hey, when he's aggressive, I say he's the best all-around player we got.
Yeah.
Denzel did his thing. He played great.
Yeah.
We need BG to come along. But if those miscues where we getting down to 6, we getting down to 4, then we give up 2 wide open 3-pointers. Now we back down by 9 or 10 again.
Yep.
Hey, they fought, man. That game we could have got blowed out, and we was on the road. So I think that we're still trending up. We you're going to lose games. That happens. But I think we're still trending up. I like where we at.
I do too, and not to necessarily just always agree with you, but I have to agree that one thing that stood out about what you just mentioned is that a couple of weeks ago we probably folded in that game.
Yeah.
And that's just even though we did it twice against Tennessee, even though we came back against LSU. Let's be clear, Florida's a lot better team
Man,
than both of
different
those
animal.
teams. You know what I'm saying? They're a lot better. And for us to even get it down to 2 at one point and then get it back down to 4 again. So, we was right there in it.
Mm-hmm.
And, I never like to say, well, if UK would have did this and UK would have did that, we'd have won the ball game. I always like to give the respect that is due, especially if we lose a ball game. And Florida was a really good team, and Florida wanted it. They made the plays that we didn't make, and they was smarter at certain times more than we was. So that's why UK didn't come up with the W. But I tell you what, just walking away from that game and even doing the short porch game show, it's like I wasn't angry, BC.
No,
Like I
you
was
can't be.
encouraged. You know what I'm saying? I was encouraged about what I saw from my Wildcats. And even doing the post game show, usually when you get beat, you're gonna hear a lot of negative stuff in the comments and Kentucky's this and Coach Pope can't coach. Bro, it was such a positive post game show, BC, because everybody's like, you know what? We just made a couple mistakes here. There's no reason why we can't get Florida and beat them when they come to Rupp, because they have one or two guys that was just that one kid that had like 22 points. Dude, he only averages 6 points a ball game.
Yep. Hey, playing Kentucky. And that's one of the things, Big Mike. We thought that we was going to have issues with the front court.
Yeah.
The back court is what killed us because we had some miscues, man, and they shooting wide. You can't let a real good shooter shoot wide open threes.
Yeah.
He doesn't score that much because nobody lets him get wide open.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Noah. You let Noah get wide open all game like we did that kid, Noah's going to get about 20 points. Because he can shoot so good. You see what I'm saying? We would let him be wide open. But at the same time, though, Mike, it's the difference between going out laying the egg and going out and losing the game.
Yeah.
They fought. They came back. They on the road in a hostile environment.
Yep.
But it was a loss.
Yep.
You can respect that when you lay it all on the line.
Yeah.
Versus going out laying an egg and you not showing up and you didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
But they fought.
Absolutely,
And
BC.
and like I said, they trending up because the defense is 50 times better than it was 2 months ago,
Yeah,
than a month ago. The defense, I love the way our defense where it's at. Like I said,
yeah,
we had some miscues.
yeah. I think, and those are all fixable things, BC.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are all things that if you are a Kobe Bryant of the game who really studies film, or if you're a Peyton Manning
Hmm.
who used to study film like his life depended on it. If you're one of those guys, and if you're serious about improving and not making those same mistakes again, look, man, UK is still in this, bro. Like,
Hmm.
it's gonna take a lot for us, because Florida's only their last hardest game besides us is Arkansas. So
Hmm.
um, for them, it's going to be hard for Kentucky to win the SEC championship. The on the regular season, it's going to be hard for that to happen, just because we got such a hard schedule going down the stretch. But Kentucky still is in a position where we can still, first of all, compete for a double bye.
Hmm.
Like I don't know why Kentucky still can't find a way to get a double bye. And also, it's just Kentucky still in a position where we can still, as you said, we can continue to trend up, and we
Hmm.
continue to get better. And once we tweak, I hate to use that word. I know somebody else used that word a lot, but once we tweak and we fix those mistakes,
Hmm.
Kentucky's a good team, and they're a lot better than what they was here. No, look, this is the middle of February. You look back in December, and we're a totally different team right now, and that's what's important. Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I always say it's a marathon. You want to be come tournament time, you want to be at your best.
you
And
do.
that's like I like the schedule coming up. It's a tough remainder schedule for the rest of the season. I like that because we're playing tough teams
Yep,
getting prepared for the SEC tournament. Here's the thing,
absolutely.
Big Mike. You think about it. What if we're not behind in all these games? What if we don't go on points where we can't score? What if we fix those things? It's a whole new different ball game.
It is.
Look, you think about it. We went down in Arkansas. We wasn't behind. We didn't get behind like 10. When you get behind like that, that means you gotta really play defense and offense to get back in the game.
Yeah,
We went to Arkansas. We wasn't there behind like that. Arkansas is a real good basketball team that we beat. They sound defensively and they sound offensively, but we didn't get behind and we came out with a win.
yeah,
If we don't get behind like that against Florida, it could be a totally different ball game.
yeah,
Florida knew they was in a fight. They
yeah,
left that game with a win, but they was
yeah,
like, man, we was in a dog fight.
yeah,
But that's the thing, Mike. We gotta stop getting behind like that. We can't
yeah,
live there.
yeah.
We can't live there against good teams
Again, not
because
against those
because
guys.
it takes too much to try to get back. It's too much energy trying to get back in the game because you have to be top notch coming back like that offensively and defensively. That takes a whole lot out. And we got tired,
Yeah,
but they still played, man. They still played. It was like 2 minutes left in the game that we still had a chance.
yeah,
Then we messed up on on defense and got wide open three again.
yeah. It was those small little tangible things that make a big difference when you go back and look at it, that
Mm-hmm.
makes a big difference in the ball game. But as a fan, what else can you know what I'm saying? What else can you ask for?
Mm-hmm.
I still get I still see comments about, we're never going to be anything until these kids grow up, and we're never going to be anything until Coach Pope changes, or until we get a new coach. I mean, I'm talking about like still, like what else do some of these fans want to do? I mean, we're not getting any. There's Coach Pope is here coaching. These
Mm-hmm.
players is who we got right now, and you either have an option of just like Like if you're gonna complain, then I don't think you should have the right. And there's a difference between complaining and being up, and just if we go out and just lay an egg, be upset. I get
Mm-hmm.
all of that. But if our guys are fighting and we lose a
Mm-hmm.
ball game, that people look, Arizona done lost two in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas got beat bad. Uh, I mean, teams are losing. And do you think fan bases are just falling off? Do you think people are just calling? Michigan State just got ran out of the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think these fan bases are just calling for the heads of these head coaches just because I'm saying they have a really bad game? No, you support, you pick up, and you keep moving.
Well,
It's just like like some of these fans for Kentucky. I'm just gonna say it. It's just like, what else do you want, man? Just stop watching then if you're gonna be so upset about
that's the difference between the fans at BBN. I always tell you, Mike. That's if you can play at Kentucky, you can play anywhere. If you can coach at Kentucky, you can coach anywhere because of the expectations and the pressure. Mark Pope's
it. Yeah,
always in the frying pan.
yeah,
It's no matter what. I told you, you could he could be loved one week and be ready to get thrown out the next week. That's
yep,
how it is in Kentucky. You go to Michigan State, you go to Iowa State, you go to these other places. The expectations is to win a championship, but Kentucky's expectations is to win every game, every SEC, and the championship,
yep.
which it's one game at a time. It's a marathon.
What's your thoughts on Malachi and his growth from day one until now?
Well, when we was talking about him before the season, I was like, if he could play, he's going to be playing.
Yeah,
That's anywhere. If you can play between those lines, you're going to be playing, whether you're a freshman, sophomore, or whatever. Yeah, he is. He's going to get better at scoring.
yeah,
So his upside is really good. I think his upside is right now is more than JQ. JQ's hurt. I know a lot of people is like, well, he's sitting out because he doesn't want to kill his stock in the NBA. No, if you sit out and you can play, that's killing your stock. We have to
yes,
understand he had an injury and hasn't came back yet. Pro scouts look at that and they're like, do we want to take a chance with that?
yeah,
So yeah, Marino, he's will he go pro? It's a possibility because those scouts look at the upside. It's you get drafted based on potential.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
I don't if he doesn't go, I know he'll come back. But yeah, he has improved. But I know he probably will want to do more scoring. I love to see him, develop more low post game because he's got a baby hook that's that he scores off of that he can go to.
Yeah. You say if he doesn't go pro, you feel pretty confident that he'll come back to Kentucky.
Yeah, yeah. Why wouldn't he?
It's gonna be some dudes that's gonna transfer from Kentucky, man. That's gonna hit the transfer portal fast.
I know who. Who you
Who?
think? Who you think going to hit the transfer portal?
Oh man, dude. I think BG gone. I think Mo D gone. I
Mm,
think Jasper's gone. I think Noah's gone.
Why? Why
Colin
you
be
think?
back.
Why you think that?
Colin be
You
back.
think Noah's gone?
Noah's gone, bro.
Why you think that?
Noah's gone, bro. Noah's leaving, man. Noah's leaving. BG's leaving. Mo's leaving.
Why you?
Jasper's leaving.
Why you
Co-
think that?
But we're not gonna talk about that right now, BG. I mean,
I'm
on
just,
BC, but
I'm just saying.
we're
Why?
not.
Why you think that? Why you think
Hey, I've been shaving my head every other day, just so you know it.
that? He tried to change the subject, y'all. Why?
I'm
Why?
gonna go
Why you
back to
think
the.
that?
I don't know, bro. I just feel like that those guys just BG's always gonna be in the shadow. He's probably gonna get out recruited over. Mo D's probably wants to move on. Noah, He's not gonna get a lot of
Mhm.
playing time here, unless he's content on being a 4 year player. Unless he wants to play right now, and I think he wants to play right now, I think he's gonna go find somewhere else to play.
I don't
Jasper gonna end up in Alabama. Yeah,
Noah. I don't think Noah. If anybody's going to transfer, it's not going to be Noah. I don't think Noah is a thoroughbred. He bleeds blue. I think he. I think he's like, okay, I got 4 years here. It's kind of like the kid that we had years ago. I can't think of his name. He got I think he got arrested for a DUI, but he was from Kentucky and he was a knockdown pure shooter. And I think his last year he started and he was big for us, but
yeah,
he didn't get to play. He didn't get to play like Noah. He didn't get to play his first 2 years.
yeah.
I can't think the kid's name. I look at Noah as that type of player. But Jasper, I feel Jasper's will come back
Nah,
because
Jasper gone, bro.
it's his freshman year.
He's
I
gonna get recruited over. He gonna still gonna come off the bench. If and I forgot about Lowe. Lowe is probably gone.
I think Jasper will be the start in the starting lineup next year.
I don't think so. I disagree
You don't
with
think
you on
so?
that. No, no,
Why you
sir.
don't think so? Who's going to
He's gonna
start
go
over
out
him?
and he's gonna go out and recruit. Unless Joshua puts on some weight, he ain't starting, bro.
Man, the weight thing, I'm not worried about the weight thing. And man, shoot, the weight thing. Allen Iverson was 6 foot, 160 pounds soaking wet. He's a bad dude. If you could
I'm a
play, you could play. It ain't football. It ain't the offensive line.
look. I'm gonna bring out my beat cloth. Gone. Clear it.
Oh man. Hey man, you know what? Hey, I hope these guys come back. I know Chandler will be back.
Yeah.
But who knows, man. We in the money talks. I don't think that if anybody's I don't think Noah or Chandler's going anywhere. I don't think
I,
Noah's going anywhere.
I think Chandler's coming back. But I don't. I'm waving the pink flag for you, okay, big guy.
But they I think they all be back. I think they like Mark Pope and Mo D. Now Mo D, that's that's you flip a coin on that
That's a
one.
flip coin.
Yeah,
Let me ask you? Let me ask you a question? Would you like to have Modi back next year?
yeah. I like to have Mo D back because
I think.
here's the
Yeah.
thing, Big Mike. You know how I am on chemistry. Chemistry means
Yeah.
so much. Once
Yeah.
you've been in the system a year, that's what a lot of these, especially when you're young, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Chemistry means so much. You can take the 10 good players and put them together. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean they're going to click. But when you know what a guy's going at, just like that pass Oway made when he went up in the air and he knew exactly what Chandler was going to be at.
Yeah.
That's chemistry.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you build off what you do this year, and then the guys that can come back, you're going to have better chemistry. That's like I talked about in football. Come back, build off what you have done because you're going to have chemistry.
Yeah.
You're going to know one another. But who knows? You could be right, man. Hey, money talks.
Yeah. I think. I think Noah's gone, bro. And once again, unless Noah is just completely sold on, I'm a 4 year player, and I need to accept that.
See, and here's what's funny. Here's what's funny. Sold on being a 4 year player. That's the time we living in. It was guys that used to come in. Being 4 years wasn't a bad thing.
No, it wasn't.
It was guys getting drafted, lottery picks, 4 years. Playing 4 years in college now seems like it's a bad thing.
It do. Yeah, it does. It seems like it's like, why do I got? And then it's the pressure of just. Look at DJ Wagner. He's a junior. He's still in college, and he was projected a first round pick when he came out of high school. And
This
he's
guy's
still.
playing better than him.
Yeah. He gets keep recruited over, and it's like he comes off the bench most of the time at Arkansas. So it's just kind of like, can guys put their egos? But now with NIL, it allowed guys to say, well, I don't have to leave after 1 year anymore. Now I can. I don't have to go. I don't have to feel like I got to go to the NBA now because I can get paid in college.
Well, let's think about the reality. I know it's nothing wrong with being a system player. I know
Yeah,
it's crazy. People think it's something wrong with being a system player. Michael Jordan was a system player.
yeah,
It's called a triangle offense.
yeah,
When you got the triangle offense implemented, then that's when things just went to another level.
yeah,
Here's why I'm saying about that. It's it's nothing wrong with staying at a school for 4 years. But if just like DJ Wagner,
yeah,
if you going out and playing and you're not getting no better and somebody's coming in playing better than you,
yeah,
sometimes it really don't matter if you go somewhere else.
yeah.
If you getting a chance to go out and play and you're not better than the next person, what do we do? Now we transfer. So it used to be you had to go and be a gym rat and get better.
They're
You
not
go
being forced.
transfer somewhere. You go transfer somewhere else, and you still you okay. BC, I'm working hard. Okay, that's great. Now find something that you can do good. If you can't score, play some good defense, rebound, do something. But it just transferring. If you go somewhere else and your game ain't got better, you're not gonna play there
Yep,
unless you go to a Division II school or somewhere in the Sun Belt or something like that.
yep. Now that we agree on as well, and I hope that these guys, I hope that I hope we have, I hope we have more guys. But listening to the fans, they're like, well, I hope he leaves, and 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 then we got to go out. But I still hope Coach Pope is able to. We don't have anybody yet in recruiting, so I still
Mm-hmm.
hope that he's. We just had one guy, Smith Jr. He just committed. He just signed with Arkansas, so he's off the table now.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody wants, that's just one of those Cal guys, though. I think if still Coach Pope can go out and get at least one or two really really high powered freshmen, if possible, if there's any out there that's still left, and then build around with the transfer portal. But I think he's definitely got to hit a home run in the transfer portal this year, and he's
Mm-hmm.
got to get some shooters, but he's got to get those shooters who still don't mind playing defense as well too.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
if you a coach and you're not trying to get top 15, top 20 players in America coming out of high
yeah,
school, those All Americans, you a nutcase
yeah,
because freshmen majority are the best players when they come to college. The
yeah,
lottery picks, the All Americans, it's a no brainer.
yep.
They the best players coming into college.
I got you.
You got to want to get at least one. If you get two, especially in these days and times, hey, you're lucky.
Yeah,
So you got to go after those players, then build on in the transfer portal to get some guys that juniors and the seniors. When we won the championship in 2012, we had a mixture. We had freshmen, we had
yeah,
sophomores, we had sophomores that went to the Final Four, I think the year before,
yeah,
Jones and I think Lamb and those guys. And then we had juniors, then we had seniors. We had a
yeah,
mixture. We had uh number one All American coming out of college, which turned
yeah,
out to be the player of the year. So we had like what, two or three guys. Well, if you include the sophomores, in
yeah,
2 years we had five top 10 guys.
yeah. Well,
So
we
you got to get you got to
absolutely.
get those because they the best players.
Yep, you're absolutely right about it. So our people might not like it always, but I think when you look at the numbers and how these guys are playing with a mixture of talent, a lot of things can happen. Um, what do you see us? How you finish? How do you see us finishing the year, man? Are we a team that can really still compete for SEC title if things go the way? Like I always say, BC, we got to take care of what we can take care of. We can't really rely
Mm-hmm.
on what everybody else is doing just for us to be successful. But
Mm-hmm.
are we a team that you can see that continue to rise and that can continue to still make a push for the SEC title?
Yeah, it's like I said, Mike, I always say it's a marathon.
Yeah,
It's getting hot at the right time. You have seen, we all have seen, if you follow college basketball, you have seen it's we used to hear Cinderella teams,
yeah,
teams that didn't play nearly the competition, the SEC, the Big 12s and the Big East and all that, and go to the Final Four. It's about getting hot at the right time. Your strengths, your weaknesses become your strengths come
yeah,
tournament time and getting hot. Yes, that's 300, what now? 64 teams, 68 teams, however many going in the
yeah.
tournament. Those 68 teams, everybody has a chance.
We got Georgia up next, and I won't
Mm-hmm.
lie, man. Georgia, and that towards they was at first they was up there, but when Georgia start playing people, then they
One of
start.
the
Yeah.
guys got hurt.
Okay. So that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
We owe Georgia from last year.
Mm-hmm.
We got
Yeah.
Georgia coming up. This is one of those ball games that where it's kind of like you hold your own destiny in your hands. You kind of control where you go at. That the reason why I say that is this is one of those. This is a Georgia game that we absolutely have to get. Like we
Mm-hmm.
can't take it. We at home, so we cannot take a loss to Georgia. This is a game that we got to win. I know people be like, well, yeah, we're going to beat Georgia, but any given night, anybody can be beat. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, but
Yeah.
this is one of those ball games where I hope that we didn't have to use. I mean, just like we said, we left it all out on the floor against Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and coming back, as you mentioned, coming back it takes a lot of energy off of you just to break even. It takes a lot, and then you
Mm-hmm.
still got to find something else in your tank that takes you across the finish line to help you get a win. I hope that because Florida's a very elite team. I hope that we can come back in against Georgia and understands that one, this is a business trip. Even though we at home when we step on the floor, this is a business game. And two, we still sort of control our own destiny. I'm For me, I'm looking more so at can we get a double bye
Mm-hmm.
because people might not really care about it, but but um but not having to play on Wednesday or Thursday, and you being able to get those extra days of rest just to wait for Friday to play, that's major, guys.
Yeah.
Like that's huge. So
Yeah.
it's in Kentucky's court to be able to control that, and can we get that with getting Vandy at home, getting Florida at home? Got to go on the road to Auburn, still got to go on the road to the Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Can we find a way to win? Am I expecting us to go undefeated in our last six games? I don't know. I'm going to reserve a little bit on that for a
It would
second,
be good.
but it would be good. It would be really good
It's
because not a lot of
possible.
it's possible. Texas A&M is not playing the way that they've been playing, but they are at home, and they'll be another team that's going to be making some shots just because they're playing Kentucky at their home court, and nobody wants to bring Kentucky in and lose to them on their home court.
You know why I say it's possible?
What's
2 months ago, I probably been like, ah. But the reason why I say it's possible because our defense done got better.
Yeah,
We cut down on the turnovers
yeah,
and stop getting
yes,
behind 12 or
yeah,
14 points. I don't care if it's going in a half. I don't care if it's what it is. We need to call a timeout or something or
yeah,
do something. We can't do that.
yeah.
But our defense has been good. That's why I say it's possible. You know, I talk about defense. When if you can get stops and you can play good defense, you can beat just about anybody on any given night.
Yeah,
But it's possible we can go out and run the table for the rest of the year. It's
that
it's,
would
it's
be.
possible, but we can't be getting behind. You
Will we
think
win?
about it. You go back to the Louisville game, Big Mike.
Yeah.
Just think if we didn't get behind that game.
Yep.
Now, Gonzaga, we just laid the egg. Plain and simple.
Vandy, we laid the egg.
We laid the egg.
Yeah.
We didn't have no identity. We didn't, but what I'm saying is the team's trending up. If they wasn't, I wouldn't say it.
Yeah. Oh, I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't say it. That's for sure.
and,
Uh,
and like to say, hit layups and free throws,
Absolutely.
and
I was
cut
just
down
going
on
to
the
throw that up from
turnovers.
Kevin. Yep. So I like them more for any zones. You think we'll see more zone out of Coach Pope? You think the zone worked against Florida a little bit?
No, because we leave people open.
They was just getting open.
If you run zone, you gotta know how to run zone.
Yeah,
Everybody ain't Syracuse
I
back
got
in the
you.
Bayhind days
Yeah, I
where they
got you.
run 2-3 zone the whole game. But
Absolutely.
if you it, I like they switches it up like that.
Yeah,
Like a zone man to man or going in the zone and a little press. But
yeah,
you gotta be able to run zone.
yeah. Well,
We leaving guys open in zone, and you got to be able to rebound in zone.
you sure do. And Florida's long, so Florida was scratching that offensive board
Mm-hmm.
as well. But once again, you you have to feel you you have to feel happy about what you've seen from Kentucky, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to be happy. If nothing else, you have to be happy about the fight. And we
Mm-hmm.
fought that game, and we was able to get as close as we did, and for that, I think as a fan of Kentucky, that's something that you're definitely happy about moving forward with that. So this is a UK team, and also not to throw the ladies under the bus, but the ladies got a big top 15 win
Mm-hmm.
yesterday. Speaking of the Lady Cats, we should have beat Vandy. It took it
Yeah,
took
it
their
took
it
a
took the
hell of a
yeah.
game from
That
their
was a
guard.
bad. That was a good game, and
She had
and
put up
and, and
30 something, didn't she?
yeah, and she put up 37 points, and it took all. And I was telling Vandy Chris, it took
Mm-hmm.
their best player to score 37 points to beat us by a point.
Yeah,
Come on,
and
dog. And then
well,
we should have beat Texas. We should have beat
mm-hmm.
them too as well. Too. And not saying Texas is bad. Texas is a really good team,
Yeah,
but we should have went down there. We could have won that game. But in
mm-hmm.
those games that we're losing for the Lady Cats, we're averaging 20, 22 plus turnovers. You're not going to beat good teams with that many turnovers. I don't care who you are. We had what
No,
20? I think we had like 20 something turnovers against Vandy. The ladies did, and we only lost by a point. Our
you're
Lady
not going to
Cats
be a
is
high
better
school
than,
team.
huh?
You're not going to
You
be a
can,
high school team making
you
22
should,
turnovers.
no, you're not. You're not. So both of our lady cats and the men, if you look at a few things that we just need to get better on, and
Mm-hmm.
both of them are having both teams are having turnover issues. Um, the men need to get better with the free throws too as well. I think the ladies are doing a little bit better. I know I'm not sure if Kentucky Rick is still in here or not, but Kentucky Rick, he really, really, really follows the on women's
Women.
sports extremely close. Like I think that's all he covers is just the women's sports, whether it's WNBA or the Kentucky Wildcats or whatever. But Kentucky Rick follows it a lot. But I think both of our teams has a chance to really finish the year strong and also compete in the SEC tournament. And then let's see what we can do in March Madness. But I always like to say this: one game at a time. Let's get past Georgia. Georgia's knocked us out last year, which we was furious when Georgia beat us. But Georgia's coming to our town. We gotta make sure. I think Mo D hopefully, or Malachi. Hopefully, one of those two guys can help compete with Cyril. That's on Georgia. We should beat Georgia, but then
Yeah.
again, people play Georgia. I mean, people play Kentucky, and they always play better than they do any other game. So we just got to make sure that we are better than that, and make sure that we get this W against Georgia and become
Well,
1-0. Mo D and O8
well,
can't
well,
make me.
Georgia likes to run. They like to speed up the
Yeah.
game, and I think that plays in our favor because we play better when we run and speed up the game and get out, on breaks and stuff. So,
Yeah. We definitely got to rely on that transition offense for ourselves, and we gotta
mm,
and we gotta push the ball. So hopefully we play with a we don't look past Georgia first of all, but I hope we
right,
play with a little chip on our shoulder, knowing that we let that Florida game on the road get away with us, and we want to show people that we wasn't a team that just came out and had one good night, but we almost beat Florida. We want to come out and says, look. we lost to Florida, but we're still balling out here, and we still got what it takes to still go the distance if like we plan to do. So this year, it started out rough. We came here, we went back down, and as you stated, we're on the we're on the rise now. And I think with the chemistry, I mean, if that knowing from Ortega to Colin where he was going to be at, like that just says a lot about our team. Like I know where my guy's going to be at, and that only comes with playing together, being on the floor together, and playing. I like Jasper. I still would say this. I think we still need Jasper to still give us 12 to 15 points a night if he's able to, and I think that makes a big difference as well too.
Um, I it really doesn't matter who we play. It's just we can't get behind Big Mike. We can't. It's just I know I've been saying that, but we can't get behind down by a lot of points like that,
Yeah,
and we can't be turning the ball over a lot.
yeah,
If we can fix those things, we'll be a totally different team. And like I talk about, Colin Chandler. Just look how different a player he is when he's aggressive.
yeah,
When he's aggressive, and I want him to be even more selfish and even more aggressive, especially when teams are keying on Ortega and Denzel.
yeah.
This guy, all he has to do is raise his eyebrows, and a guy would jump because he's that deadly from outside, and then he can get to the hole. And he's so athletic. When he's aggressive, we're a totally different team.
Well, we gotta.
Totally different.
Man, I love Colin, and I feel not to go back on who's coming back or returning, but I
Mhm.
definitely that's one individual that I want to see back on our squad next year is Colin. I look forward to him coming back next year. I mean, he's already, we haven't really talked about Jelly a whole lot. I
Yeah,
think
that's what Jelly's
yeah, yeah.
playing good.
I think Jelly's
X
playing
Factor.
good too as well. He's another one of those players where I think as a year has gone,
Mhm.
I think he's gotten better. You
Mhm.
know, I hope he's one of the guys that comes back. He's in the starting lineup now. I still think
Mhm.
he's a big body out there, and the more that he continues to play, I would like to see him get some more shots out there too as well.
Mhm.
He's one of those guys where maybe if you leave alone, but I still think he's big and tall enough. That he's tall enough because he's taller than Noah, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So he can still jump over people and still get his shot off. I wish he would get more shots out there too as well. So I just think it's still the closer and closer that we get to the season, coming to an end as far as regular season. I hope we continue to be well rounded and continue to rely on everybody. And it doesn't matter, the main goal of everything is to get a W. Doesn't really matter who gets the cheers or the pat on the back, because when we win, we all, when one person wins, we all win. So I would still like to see a lot of more people getting involved and not relying on just one or two people. But when somebody's hot that night, the team needs to recognize that person's hot and do what they can to get that guy the ball. So,
Right.
and it could be some, we know, when we think about people getting hot, we know about Ortega getting hot, and we know what Ortega can do as a player. But some nights, like even against Florida, he didn't get 20 points if I
Mhm.
remember
Yeah,
correctly against Florida.
Florida was
So
keying on him.
yeah,
They
exactly.
they was
So
keying on him.
that's why it's
But he
so
missed a lot of
important.
layups too.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
missed
yeah.
about three or four layups.
Yeah, I don't get those. I don't get those free bunnies. We just so it's funny. Something nobody said. Challenge the White Jackson Robinson.
he's he's more athletic than Jackson.
I think so. Yeah,
Here's the thing. Now Rex Chapman. He shoots better than Rex, but Rex Chapman, you right there, right on it.
yeah,
With Chandler, here's the thing, Big Mike. Chandler is one of the best shooters in the country.
yeah,
I'm talking about the best shooter. It's just like the same as Kobe last year. When I talked about him the same way, Chandler can shoot so good and he's so athletic that if you play back off of him, he can shoot it, but teams are going to come in and they're not going to play back off of him. As you heard the announcer said, follow him wherever he goes. That was Florida's thing. Don't let him get open. Follow him everywhere. Yep. If he uses that to be aggressive and go to the hole, he's going to be unguardable. He shot fake, take about 4 steps in, shoot that little mid-range. Yeah. We can shoot mid-range games. Baskets. Look at Kawhi Leonard. Look at SGA. The mid-range game is still there. He established that, Big Mike, man. I told you he can get 20 points a game easily.
I love his game
because he shoots so good. When you shoot that good and can put the ball on the floor, that's like the thing with Noah. Noah can't put the ball on the floor, which he hasn't showed me on this level that he can put the ball on the floor, get and score and go to. But Chandler can do that, and Noah can shoot really, really good. If he can develop dribbling, putting the ball on the floor, getting to the bucket, making things happen, he's going to be a way better player. When you can shoot that good, man, I wish I could have shot as good as Noah and Chandler.
Yeah. Those guys can shoot, man.
Man, they get 10 open threes, I'm guaranteed they'll knock down 7 of them.
That's big time.
That's why every team is like, on the scouting report, don't let him shoot. On the scouting report is Noah, make him put the ball on the floor. Because if he put the ball on the floor, he'll pass it 98% of the time. Chandler, it's don't let him shoot. If he gets around you, go dunk, do whatever, okay, big deal. But don't let him get hot from out there in the 3-point.
Absolutely. You got to guard those guys. If they go to the bathroom, just go with them. Hold their hand.
Got guard them. And we got the 2 best shooters in the country on our team.
We got some good shooters. I make sure Calamai, I hope I said that right, 012, asked the question, do you think we can beat Auburn on Saturday or win the SEC title this year? And if Mark Pope doesn't make the Elite 8 this year or win the SEC title, wouldn't that considered the hot seat? Well, he's on the hot seat anyway.
Yeah, he's always on the hot seat. He's always in the frying pan. I put it like that.
I think we can beat Auburn on Saturday, bro. Now, I don't want to look past Georgia because we owe Georgia, and Georgia. Anytime you play in Kentucky, a team is just going to play out of their mind. But if I had to answer BC, I think we got what it takes this year. Keyshawn Hall and Pettiford at Auburn are still elite players, but I think we got enough on our team that we can go down to Auburn and get a win. What's your thoughts, man?
I know I done said this about 4 times. We just can't spot them a big lead.
Not at home.
That's the only thing, man. That's the biggest issue right now. Limiting the turnovers and hitting the free throws and not spotting them 10 or 15 points.
Yeah.
If we do that, I think we can beat anybody in the SEC.
And the thing about playing Auburn and getting down by 15 points, they got one of the best home crowds in the nation. So that ain't good.
Florida. Just like Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. Thomas
just
said,
if we went down, I think it's Bud Walton, Arkansas.
Yeah.
If we went down there and got behind on Arkansas by 14 to 15 points, they would have beat us.
I think so too.
I know so.
Yep. You got to call it what it is.
Because they're a good defensive team and a good offensive team.
Yeah, that's true.
Different from LSU, different from Tennessee. It's hard coming back on those teams like that, man.
Yeah.
It's possible, but it's hard coming back on good defensive and good offensive teams.
And it takes a lot out of your legs, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, you might cut the gap, get close, but then good offensive teams, they go on a run. Everybody makes a run.
Yeah. Just because he asked, let me see if I can find the question. Thomas asked the question, I want to give him the credit by throwing up the question right here. Hey, Thomas, thanks for the question, big guy. Um, how many wins do we get in the last 6 games? Ooh, we still got to play A&M. We still got to play
Mm-hmm.
Florida. We still got to play Vandy.
Mm-hmm.
We got to still play, what's that, A&M, Florida, Vandy. Ooh, bro. Thomas, mute yourself, my man.
Man, I think it's Arkansas big suck. What are you talking about? Well, they winning. They got a chance to get a double bye. Arkansas is a good team. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's up to Kentucky, man.
Yeah, I think so too. That's a hard.
It's up to
That's hey,
them.
hey, Kentucky Rick. Thanks for joining in. That's a hard question, man, because we just gotta, especially with now. The good thing about it though is even though we got Auburn on, we got South Carolina, which hopefully we should win that.
Mm-hmm.
But having Vandy and Florida at home, that's in
Mm-hmm.
our favor. And if we can split with those guys, I take it. That's a good year for Kentucky. If now I hate to say that's a good year for if we split with Vandy, but you can't take away who Vandy is this year, and Vandy got a good squad. So
Yeah.
because of that, if we can split, that's a good case scenario for me if we
Mm-hmm.
can do that. So let's see if we can split with Vandy. Maybe we go to Texas A&M and M and we take a loss on the road down there. I don't know. Texas A&M is not a bad team. And they will be at home and they do shoot, as they say, what is it, buckyball, whatever that means. So
Yeah.
they're gonna be ready to play
It-
Kentucky, and they're not going to win. They're not going to lose that ball game to Kentucky.
well, like I said, I like this remaining schedule because it's a hard schedule, and it
Yes.
it gets prepared for tournament. But it's all about what they do. I can't
Yeah.
the answer to that I don't know. I
Yeah.
hope they go 6-0. I really do. But
Yeah.
it's about what they think. It's about what
Uh,
they do when you get between those
Absolutely.
lines.
Yeah. So BC, we actually got a Florida fan in here. Hey,
Hmm.
Daryl Cook, Gator. Thanks for joining in the show tonight, man. Appreciate you hopping on with us. I think y'all lose to Vandy and Florida.
Hmm.
Daryl Cook, you're not liked here anymore, okay?
What?
Hey, I didn't
Hey,
read
what?
though.
What else was he supposed to say, Mike?
I know, right?
He's a Florida fan. Well, what
He's a
else was he supposed to say? I
Florida
think
got
something
us.
wrong. I think
Yeah.
something wrong if he said, "Well, I think y'all beat Vandy and y'all beat us too."
Well, I mean,
We got
I could
Kentucky
take.
fans like
Yeah,
that, but
yeah, it's true. So we beat Florida at home. I think we get Florida at home this time. Someone said 4 out of 6. 4 out of 6 is not bad, but with the SEC race being so close, even
well,
one game can be
yeah,
detrimental
you're
to
right.
playing on
4 out of 6 would be
a
good
Thursday. And yeah,
because the other teams
but
got to play each other.
there's the thing though. If we go 4 out of 6, we could probably most likely we're probably gonna be playing on Thursday though instead of Friday.
Yeah. Well,
That's a
you never know,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
You,
that's
you
true
never
because
know.
you still
This
got
is this is almost like tournament time within the
yeah, yeah,
season.
yeah,
Florida's got pretty much an easy way,
yeah. Oh yeah,
n-
yeah. Florida's the
but they
with
favored every game. But I think that last game of the season, uh, senior night,
yeah,
I think we could get a win there in Rupp. But
yeah.
we just can't spot teams. We just can't do that. I'm just saying we can't do that. We gotta get away from that, man.
Don't hold on 1 second, PC. Let me see. Hold on 1 second before we go. That's funny. Don't spot teams anything.
Man, no, 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 man. We can't.
Just don't.
No, man. We
It's
can't.
just not recommended at all, man.
Can't keep doing
It's
that,
not,
man. That's
absolutely
a
not.
bad race to be in when you look up and the gun been fired, but you still gotta stay down and everybody else running,
That's crazy, bro. You're
and you
absolutely
gotta
right.
play catch up.
Spot on, BC. It
Uh,
is. So, uh, well, man, I appreciate you guys. BC, appreciate you jumping on tonight with us, bro. I was supposed to only go 45 minutes, but it's an hour. That went by pretty fast. I gotta cook me some breakfast and get ready to go to work. But hey, man, don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. Smash that button for me as well. Um, BC, it's always good to have you on, man. It's always a lot of fun for Monday nights. And if you missed the first part of the show, I had a transparency moment with the show. So please go back and watch the first part of the video. When this ends, if you just watch it and give me your thoughts on it, or I do a poll or whatever, as BC stated. But we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep pushing with the show and all that. But it makes a big difference when we hear from you guys and hear what works best for you guys as well too. But tonight was a good show. We had the max was 50 people watching at 151 people. So I take that. I take that for a Monday night show for everything that's going on with other UK stuff. But hey guys, until next time, I'm your Big Mike. This is my co-host BC right here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go do so. It means a lot to us. Hit that like button, and I appreciate. Hey, Sandy Denton, good to see you. Travis, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All you guys, and man, you guys mean a lot to us, and we appreciate you guys tuning in on a Monday night when there's a lot going on, and you guys still showed up and still helped make the show successful. Until next time, appreciate it. McVeigh, good to see you. Please, you guys go watch the beginning of the video. Okay. And if you leave a comment at least 5 words. I think that's what they told me to say or whatever. Anyway, yeah, they said leave at least 5 words instead of just 2 words or whatever. It makes a difference as well. So go Big Blue, BC. Appreciate you, bro. Until next time, go Cats.
Go Cats.